Hello, this is Dr. Stanley Lang, and welcome to this broadcast. Today, I'd like to ask you to consider the connection between controlling diabetes, and all of your health problems. Now, the context for this question today and what I've been sharing over the past few weeks is the idea of whole person health. That's health in body, mind, and spirit. And this is, I believe, the pathway to the best health that you can have. And the question is always, well, what is good spiritual health? What's good emotional? What's good physical health? Today we're focusing on physical health, and the context is your Christian faith and how that's integrated into the idea of good physical health. And the reason I'm asking you to think about controlling diabetes is because even if you're not diabetic, it is one of the most difficult challenges for people to have and to control with their lifestyle. But on the other hand, if they are able to control their diabetes with lifestyle, they will be very healthy because they are controlling the core chemical issues in their body that are within their control. I'd like to tell you about three people briefly that I've seen as patients recently. Very recently, about a week and a half ago, I saw somebody who had been diagnosed with diabetes about 9 months ago. He started the program that I've developed, and literally last week, his blood sugar test was completely within normal limits. The test that measures average blood sugars for the last 3 months was completely within normal limits without any medication. Now, in other words, he had completely reversed his very substantial diabetes with the lifestyle only, no medication. The second person I'd like to tell you about is somebody that I just talked with yesterday or last week, or late last week, that was just diagnosed with diabetes, and I outlined for him exactly the same strategy. I said, you can do this, follow this program, or that, use a lot of medication, insulin or oral medicines. He chose the lifestyle approach. Now, he's just now launching onto this program. He's got a ways to go, but I know from experience of watching people that if you follow this program, you will reverse the diabetes. It's not a matter of if, it's will, if you have adult onset or type 2 diabetes. And the third person I'd like to tell you about is somebody that's been on the journey for about 3 months. And in the last 3 months, he's dropped his blood sugar by half. He's dropped his weight by at least 30 pounds. And he is well on the way to reversing his diabetes. He hasn't reversed it yet, but he's on the path. And it's interesting, just these three different people, different parts of that journey. And what's happened to the first person and is happening to the person I just now told you about is this experience of robust health just sort of coming back in. And that's what happens if you approach the idea of reversing your diabetes, not just controlling it. And the thing is, the same lifestyle strategies that somebody who has diabetes and wants to reverse it, if the average non-diabetic person uses them, they will be very healthy. So if you have any question about what that means and how to do that, I do encourage you to click on the link at the bottom of this video, because it'll take you to a series of videos that will explain this in a lot more detail, give you opportunity to learn more about how to do this, whether you're diabetic or you just need to lose weight. Now, the concept behind all of this is that you grow what you feed. You grow what you feed. And that's true of plants, and it's true of people. So whatever inside of you you're giving attention to, you're giving nurturing to, you're giving energy to, you're going to grow that. And so you have to grow the willingness to make the hard choices if you're going to make these changes in your life that I've just been talking about. Now, this person that I just met with today, he's halfway down the journey, he's done this because of basically an experience of a rebirth of his Christian faith. A year ago, he was sort of familiar with being Christian, but he had sort of lost the whole idea. Went through a really hard emotional time that we talked with several times, and he sort of rediscovered his faith, and in the process of that, discovered the ability to follow this relatively challenging program that has now become very easy for him to do. And I tell you that story because the connection between body, mind, and spirit is no better shown than in this person's life. It's his faith that is helping him to make the changes physically that is leading to both better emotional health and physical health. So I encourage you to take advantage of the gift of faith that you have and to let that cause you to make the changes physically that you need to make so that you can be as healthy as God wants you to be. Again, if you want any help in learning how to do these things, I encourage you to click on the link at the bottom of this video. I wish you well, God bless, and have a great day.